Hello, my name is Russ Merrick. I'd like to welcome you to the manufacturing facility of Merrick Machine Company located here in Allen, Nebraska. Today we have for you, we've got another 1608 going out the door. Real simple, easy machine. You're going to take your jam, whether it's your strike jam, your hinge jam, or you're even trying to build headers, and you're actually going to put stop on it. So you want to go ahead and nail your stop to your jams. Pretty simple, real easy. We've actually got a turn stop on the right-hand side of the screen. There's also one on the left-hand side of the screen. It's orange in color. You've got 4 different bolts in here. They're flathead cap screws, and you can actually adjust those depending on where you want your stop, what your reveal, what's your distance that you like. You can go ahead and preset those. This is all adjustable also. So there's a handle here. You can actually bring this out in case your jam material is bigger than what it is currently right now. You've got a series of castings down here. There's actually 3 of them, one under each one of these slides right here. And that actually comes in, so when we clamp, it's foot pedal control, but when you come in and clamp, we're actually pushing right up against the material, up against this fixed fence right here. And all that's adjustable depending on how wide your jam is, where you want your stop placed, and so on and so forth. Works pretty well. You've got cylinders that come down, these gold color cylinders or orange colored ones. They actually come down and push the stop right up against this fixed edge. Okay, when we do that, everything's pretty much locked in place, good to go. There's a button on the top for your operator, so when you're all set, you're ready to go, you go ahead and fire this thing off. It'll shoot. You let off on the foot pedal. Once again, foot pedal controlled. So if I press it down, I don't press the button, it doesn't do anything. Now what you're trying to do, guys and gals, is you want to have this come down and just have the nose of the gun just barely off the material. Or you can have it, you can have it actually, how far you want to sink that nail or that brad or staple, whatever you're going to be shooting in here, you can determine all that. I'm going to come to this side of the screen. Now, this is actually set up, there's 2 adjustments here. You got a pocket, okay? Typically what you're going to do is you're going to have a stop on here and a jam and go ahead and cut a piece of that. So you know how thick that jam and the stop are together, and you're going to put it in here. So when this comes down, it only strokes and the guns don't drive the staples any further. Now, why do we have this in here? What's the advantage to you, the customer? And why would you put a piece of wood in there? Well, it's that same profile that you have now. It's a way to do different style jams really quick, really fast. If you're gonna do the same jam all the time, you don't need that. There's an adjustment stop right here, it's orange. And you can dial it down. It'll basically hit this orange stop here on this side, do the same thing on the other side. You don't have to worry about it. But if you're doing a lot of different jams, just have a whole series of the different jam thicknesses you have, put it right in here on both sides, the right-hand side of the screen, left-hand side of the screen, in that pocket we got set for you, and boom shakalaka, you're already there. Makes it real easy, makes it real simple. You've got a whole series of clamps, so we can actually do an 8-foot board. You want to do, your typical 6/8, things of that nature. It's not a problem. In this case, we actually have these are Senko guns. We can mount anybody's guns. Pazlo, Dual Fast, Hitachi, some of the foreign brands, Max and so forth. It doesn't really matter. We'll mount anything. You tell us what it is. You send us the guns at the time, and we'll go ahead and we'll make up the spacers and the mounts and everything that goes in this gib, and we'll get it on your machine for you. You can actually move these gun mounts. There's 2 bolts on the top-hand side, so you can actually, where do you want that fastener to go in, or that brad nail? You want it right in the center. You want to skew it back. You want to offset this one versus that one. All that's adjustable. If you have a gun that's bad, it's real simple. You can run around the back side. There's a quick disconnect on the back side, and then there's also, these are remote fire. So all you have to do is unhook it, loosen these 2 bolts, pull the gun out, and boom, you're ready to go. Real simple, real easy. You can trade the gun out, put another one in if for some reason one of them's bad. I do recommend, like in this case, we're missing 1 gun, customer didn't send us enough. His fastener guy, I don't know what the reason was, but anyway. You're gonna want about 9 tools on here. Always try and send about 2 extra guns. Why do you want 2 extra guns? What's the value to you, the customer? We're gonna set it up, it's gonna have tool mounts on it. One of these goes bad, misfires, jams, whatever, and it keeps being a problem for you. Take it off, put the other gun on right away. You guys can keep running production. Take the gun that isn't working, go give it to your maintenance guy or your local fastener guy, and let him worry about getting it running for you, okay? Figure out why it's jamming for you. Now, For instance, here we don't have there's no jam material. We're running a standard 6/8 door or jam for. So if you want to run an 8-foot or something, you can. You're going to need more guns to do it. But in this case, if you're not running anything, there's a petcock. Kind of hard to see from your vantage point, but you're actually going to come back here and you're going to shut that off. Well, why do you want to do that? What do you care? Number one, we're trying to save you fasteners. You don't want to have a whole bunch of fasteners laying on the ground just piling up, okay? That's generally not a good plan for us. Quick disconnects on everything. You've got a clamping system that comes in from the bottom that's all adjustable up against this fixed stop as we slide these in. You've got an air reservoir on the back side of the machine that actually feeds each one of these individual guns. There's a pop-off valve. What do you need a pop-off valve for? You get too much air pressure, it starts to build up. We've got pop-off valves at 120 or 150 psi. So if it gets too much air pressure going into the machine, it'll automatically dump it. It's mechanical. So you don't have to worry about it. It's not electronic in any way. You've got two main air cylinders running up and down on this thing in this rack and pinion system. Real simple, real easy to use. Foot pedal control on a 1608. Blue buttons on top. You've got about a 6-foot, sometimes longer, foot pedal valve that you can string and put wherever the operator wants it. In this case, this machine's going out the door. It's ready to rock and roll. There's no electricity on this machine whatsoever. You're basically hooking up 90 psi to about 120 psi. The higher air pressure, ideally that's better. You're looking for about a 3/4 inch line to feed this. There's a regulator on the backhand side. I'll walk back over here. You can't see it from your vantage point, but there's generally a combination regulator filter system, and it comes in here and you can dial all this in. Works real simple, real easy. You've got 4 leveling feet. Down here at the bottom of the frame, when you get this, put it in position in your plant. These are all adjustable. Go ahead and put a level on this thing, shoot it in, or use a transit, anchor it to your floor. If you don't want to anchor to your floor, you can move it around your shop. That's not a problem. Pretty bulletproof machine. If you got any questions, call the factory at 1-800-568-7423. You can come look us up online on ruvodoormachines.com. Once again, my name is Russ, and if you got any questions, give us a jingle. But thank you for your time.